Good evening. My name is Eric Fagan, Fort Bend County Sheriff. On December the 11th, investigators of the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office, along with multiple other agencies who comprise the Human Trafficking Rescue Alliance, conducted a proactive undercover investigation. The goal of this operation was to identify and arrest sex buyers in order to reduce the demand for victimized sex workers. The operation was conducted at a predetermined location in Missouri City, where members of the task force posed as prostitutes and posted advertisement on the website known for prostitution. When potential Johns solicited sex acts for money, the suspects were apprehended at the location. These illicit actions not only undermine the safety and well-being of our residents here in Fort Bend, but also contribute to a range of social issues. Sex trafficking is a blight on this country, a blight in all areas of this state. Here in Fort Bend County and other areas, we're working together collectively with other agencies to fight this blight. And I want to thank the other agencies that joined us in this investigation. We arrested 16 individuals during this investigation. Ages ranges from 20 to 60 years old. I want to make this clear. We don't take this lightly here in Fort Bend County. This type of operation is a very, that leads into human trafficking as well, something that we are addressing proactively here in Fort Bend County. At this time, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them, but know this, it is an ongoing investigation.
Could you tell us, how long has this investigation taken your team to get to this point? How long have you been in that?
The operation spanned over 2 days, 2 to 3 days. We were doing the investigation, setting it up. Also going on, like I said, going online to solicit individuals who solicited to buy sexual favors from prostitutes.
The fact that two of these people who have been arrested are connected to the same school, does that?
That individual was arrested. One was arrested during this operation, and the other individual was arrested at another location. The two, we did investigate that. It doesn't, at this time, seems like they have a connection. One was currently employed with the school, the other one was not.
Who was the one currently employed with the school?
I believe it was the principal.
It's just as far as you know, is this the first time you've done such a large-scale operation here in Fort Bend County?
No, we've done several operations in Fort Bend County with the District Attorney Brian Middleton, DA's office, investigators. We've done some with them, and like I said, with other agencies as well, the Human Trafficking Rescue Task Force. So we've been doing this aggressively since I've become sheriff here in Fort Bend County.
If you can maybe remind the public on the type of charges that they may face when they're dealing with any type of solicitation or prostitution when it comes to the stiffer state laws that we're doing.
With the charges, were very, all state jail felonies. Some, one of these individuals are being charged with being actually promoting sexual acts, what people might want to call a pimp. So that individual will have other charges filed on them. And we're looking at each person's record to see if they have any prior history or violated any type of probation. Like I said, it's an ongoing investigation.
What's your message to other people in this county who?
The message is that you don't know who you're talking to online. You could be talking to one of our officers or one of our investigators. And know that we will be prosecuting to the full extent of the law. Like I said, human trafficking is something that's a blight on this on our country. We have a DA here, along with our agency, that take that very seriously. Some of these workers, you can't look at it like we did in the past, that all of these workers are criminals. some of these workers are victims. They are victims. We've rescued over 30 victims here in Fort Bend County that was in human trafficking. We've arrested over 200 individuals here in Fort Bend County that was promoting human trafficking. This is an ongoing operation that we're doing here in Fort Bend County. This will not be the last one. I pray that it would be the last, but it won't be. This is a $1 billion operation. We need everyone's help, not just law enforcement, but we need people at home to pay attention. Anyone could be involved in it. Your next door neighbor. It could be your principal at your school. It could be anyone. Pay attention to what's going on around your home. If people have cars coming in and out of their home late at night, only thing you see are men coming in and out late at night. If they have burglar bars and the locks are on the outside of the house instead of on the inside of the house, these are all possible signs that something may be going on. If you see these things, contact your local law enforcement. We're not asking you to investigate, we're asking you to contact us and let us do these investigations.
When you think about prostitution, you normally think about, Bissonnette and Harris County. How big of a problem is prostitution world in Fort Bend?
You can't think like that anymore in this day and age. Like I said, human trafficking can take place anywhere. The days of the females on the street is pretty much over. It's very seldom that you see that. They're doing it now online, using social media. That's why it's also important for families to pay attention to what their children are doing on social media.
I just want to be clear, were your department involved in the arrest of the former teacher?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry?
Was your department involved in the arrest of the?
No, another agency made that arrest. He was booked in our jail though. But it was another agency that made that second arrest.
The former teacher is not a part of this operation.
No, the former was not a part of this operation.
You mentioned earlier that over 30 different people have been, rescued from this type of situation. What time frame are we looking at with that? Was that within the last year or in the last couple of years? How long is that taking?
This has happened over the last few years here in Fort Bend County. They've been rescued. Okay. And understand that human trafficking is also a crime that affects a person's personality, their morale, their psyche. Just because we rescue someone from human trafficking, they're so how can I put this, psychologically damaged that some of these women go back into it. Some that didn't even live here, we sent to others. They're from another state, but some are so they're so psychologically damaged that they think that their predator is someone that's helping them. So it's very difficult. That's why when we do these type of operations, we have go with us people from the medical field, psychologists. We have lawyers there to help these individuals. Because like I said, some of them are not criminals. Some of them are actual victims of this crime.
You mentioned some of the signs, like as far as in neighborhoods, if you see people coming from houses and a lot of traffic at a house. What are some of the other signs people can look at as far as like the business community that might show signs of illegal activities going on as far as human trafficking?
I'm not understanding
You
the question.
mentioned like, hey, if you see a lot of men coming to a house.
Yes.
What about like outside of neighborhoods, like, shopping centers or businesses like that? What should people look for in that area?
Well, the same thing, the exact same thing, even in business areas as well. Anyone can be involved in human trafficking. It could be, like I said, your next door neighbor. These individuals that we arrested come from various jobs, various economic backgrounds. So it could be anyone. It's something that we all need to pay attention to and to look out for.
Did any of these gentlemen react when they were being arrested, or can you comment on any of that?
They didn't like being arrested, I can tell you that. Yeah, they reacted. They weren't very pleased about it, but, for statements or anything like that, I can't do it, cause like I said, it's an ongoing investigation, but I'm pretty sure they didn't like it.
Knowing that one of these guys was a principal of a school, I mean, now he's arrested, how do you react to that?
Look, it's something that, I'm not glad about, but like I said, it could be anyone. Your next door neighbor, your doctor, your dentist, your lawyer, it could be anyone. These investigations also have arrested, not here in Fort Bend County, but, some operations have arrested law enforcement officers. So like I said, it could be anyone. It could be anyone. I'm very, upset that it was a principal, somebody who's around our children, but we can't turn a blind eye to anyone or assume that just because you're a teacher, you wouldn't do this. Just because you're a law enforcement officer, you wouldn't do this. We can't turn a blind eye to this. We have to investigate anyone, and we will file charges on anyone that's involved in this type of practice.
Sheriff, talk about any help you received from the business community, from the website you're allowed to post on, to the hotel where meetings take place. How important is that help from local business community to get a job like this done?
It's very important. That's why I say we have to work together for businesses like that to allow us to do these operations. We need their help and their support to do these things. So that is very important.
Final question?
Just for clarification, without going too deep into the operation, you guys have people posing as prostitutes or whatever, or sex workers online? Can you kind of go over that without divulging how you do it, just in regards to this case?
Just like what you said online, you have to look at it this way. They had no reason. You had one person drive over 3 hours to get here, thinking that he was gonna meet someone. So the excuse was, why did you come to this location? Why were you here at this certain time? So all these elements were put together for us to make that case. I think that was the furthest one, somebody that drove over 3 hours to get here.
That's it.
So,
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all.